Well, the voting will be coming to a close, as Winston just mentioned, in about an hour. The turnout in most precincts around here are strong. Our Shawanda Jones talked to a political expert about how elections are properly managed. Shawanda is joining us in the studio with that part of the story.
Although polls close at 7 p.m., votes can still come in by the mail until November 15th. There have been cases where mailed-in absentee ballots changed the trajectory of a race. A political science professor tells me why this could cause some tension in the world of local politics. Polls all across the viewing region are reporting a big influx of voters, or high voter turnout.
These are good problems to have.
Dr. Brian Anderson is the Dean of Arts and Sciences at the Mississippi University for Women. He specializes in political science. Dr. Anderson says most county and state officials should be aware their county population is evolving and what motivates people to show up.
You have a 12-hour window in the day, and it's also a question of when they're all going to show up. A lot of people want to get there first thing on their way to work, so they need extra volunteers at that time. It's going to be really slacked off middle of the day and then bunched up again around dinner time. So they know this, they just need to make sure they have the assets in place to handle it.
More anxiety could come into play in the form of absentee ballots. Absentee ballots have to be mailed by Election Day, meaning they may not show up until days after the polls have closed. Then, election commissioners have to certify each individual ballot. Dr. Anderson cautions this delayed gratification could cause some tension in a close race.
There's always going to be a concern that in a close race, some surprise ballots come in at the last minute. After Election Day, it makes it that much more tense.
He says officials need to be able to properly explain the election process to mitigate doubt in a race.
You need cooler heads on the Election Commission, especially in these close races, to be able to tell people there's no mysterious things going on here, no backroom switcheroo going on. This is a straightforward process. We've been doing this for a long time. It's just that when you have a close election, people might think, oh, something's amiss, something's going on.
We'll have election coverage throughout the night here on WCBI, on Facebook Live, and on our webpage. Stay tuned.